ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸಂಯುಕ್ತ ಅಂತ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಚರ್ಮದ ರೋಗದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಶಾಲು ಚಾವ್ಲಾ. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಹೆಸರು ಅದಿರಿಯನ್ ಕಾಯ ಅಂತ. ಆಕೆ ಚರ್ಮದ ರೋಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಉಪಾಯ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಅವರು ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಶಾಲು ಫಾರ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್. Let me introduce you again to all. Thank you. So let me introduce you to all my friends who are here on the webinar. Shalu Chawla is a cosmetologist or a skin scientist, and Adirian Kaya is her company's name. She treats all kinds of skin diseases. So I today want to ask you a couple of questions on this topic called pigmentation. Okay. What do you think about it, Shalu? What exactly, according to you, is pigmentation, coming from the skin scientist herself?
See, there are different forms of pigmentation. Anything I would say in a simple language, a variation in the color of your skin. It could be lighter, it could be darker. Then the other patch of your body is pigmentation. Mm-hmm. A simple layman's language, a drastic change in a spotted color of your skin, a particular area of your skin is a pigmentation. It could get discolored, it could get more colored.
Okay. So usually, is there an age where pigmentation happens? What time, as in which part of your age you have this pigmentation coming in?
Generally, what I have seen in past 20 years, it happens at the time when your hormonal activity is at the peak. Like when, girls and boys are approaching puberty. Ladies, when they are pregnant, they are lactating mothers.
Correct.
Ladies, when they're at their menopause. Correct. Men also has definitely, they get affected at the same age around 40, 45, the same time when their hair also get an impact. And again, puberty age. So that is, but in compared to women, men has lesser issues as compared to.
Okay. Shalu, another thing is, what is the difference between tanning and pigmentation? I've always been wondering about this. I need some clarity on that.
Sure. So pigmentation is a kind of a problem, a skin problem. Tanning is, all of us, we get tanned, you sit in a sun exposure to sun rays for a very longer time.
Yes.
And then some people get tanned easily. It's an overall discoloration of your skin, of
Correct.
all the exposed part of your body.
Okay.
It's an overall, tanning wouldn't be okay. It might happen in a patch more darker, rest of the, but I would say it's an exposure to sun radiations where, but it's kind of a way where your melanosome is activity increases to create a shield for you, so that further destruction of epithelial cell layer doesn't happen. So in a way, tanning is kind of a process where your body is trying to protect you.
Okay, it's a process of protection. All right. So
it's
now
a process of protection. It is different from pigmentation. Pigmentation can be hypo, it can be hyper.
Okay, all right. Shalu, another thing is, now pigmentation can it be treated organically? See, the reason why we are talking is we want to people to have a more organic, herbal way of dealing with such skin diseases, which can happen to anyone at any age. Usually if anyone has any kind of pigmentation, we run to the doctor. So there are some kind of chemical based creams, those are given, and we don't know whether it is good on the skin. So the intention of this call was to get to know that can pigmentation be treated organically in a herbal method, and please can you advise on this?
Yes, pigmentation can be treated organically with herbal creams, with herbal masks, with herbal solutions, with herbal gels.
Okay.
You have to have the right formulation done according to the skin type, according to the pigmented zone of your area of your body. Everybody has different kind of pigmentations. You cannot relate
Correct.
Okay, so could be a drier skin getting a pigmentation will be different from a person who has an oily skin getting a
Yes.
pigmentation. A mother, lactating mother, getting pigmentation is entirely going to be a different one.
Correct.
So if you create a proper formulation
Mm-hmm.
where it penetrates inside your skin and has to be applied on regular basis
Correct.
with deshading, with proper masking and removal of the superficial spot, this is like a shadow kind of a formation which happens on your any part of your body.
Correct.
Generally it happens to the exposed part of your body, maybe your face, maybe your arms. So that's mostly you are impacted on your face in case of pigmentation, or your back.
Correct. Correct.
So what happens is if you use a proper formulated cream, which we Adiri and Kaya do it, and I
Yes.
think I have mastered most of the time. And only if you want to give me a series of where I have done my excellent jobs,
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of them, which pigmentation I was able to give result to many of my clients. And to my experience, what I was 15 years back or 18 years back, I have learned over my patients a lot how it is to be taken out, how it is removed. And trust me, with all organic creams, with
Okay.
normal removal of masking, gelling, fairness things around, and toning, then again, deshading that area and bringing it back to your normal skin. You can do it all together in the treatment with Adiri and Kaya does. So yes, you can very well treat your pigmentation with all organic creams, which are normal, which might have few emulsifiers and other things, which is available in other creams. I would still call it an organic cream, but you do not need to have very, very chronic chemicals inside it, which we all are aware of, which few names we all are aware of. So to my expertise, to my knowledge, to Adiri and Kaya's knowledge, we can treat it off organically with different kinds of emulsions. And trust me, we do a very good job in taking out the pigmentation organically.
One more question. We've heard, I mean, I've read that there is some kojic acid and a couple of other acids which are chemical, which is very good for
Right.
pigmentation. What is your say on that?
See, again, I would say these are the chemicals. Normally, if you pick a cream related to pigmentation, most of them, they have these ingredients. And that's that helps you in bleaching the spot, lightening the spot. You have another names for it, glycolic, different kinds of glycolic peels and other things. But yes, if you come to me, Adiri and Kaya, I would say a good suited multiple emulsion cream with proper organic raw materials in it added accordingly to your skin type. You can just take it off simply. You do not need to. I am not saying they are bad or this, but yes, they are chronic chemicals. And I have a question from you. I'm asking you myself, like, if you apply and then after 15 days of a time, does your pigmentation start coming back if you stop using it? Does your skin
No.
start getting red in that area? Do you start getting the black brown spots around that area again? This is all of you to realize
Correct.
that if you stop, so there has to be a treatment done where it should delay down the process of you getting it back, because yes, your body has a tendency of getting pigmentation. It's definitely will want to come back, but then we need to add some barriers to it where why it is happening. And naturally your oil building will help a lot. Definitely pigmentation is associated with
Oil
naturally
bleaching.
you losing your oil from your skin.
Correct. Shalu, and I just had a testimonial that, about in one of your websites about pigmentation.
Okay.
I'd like to show our viewers about this. So, my question to you is how much time does it take for this kind of a change? So, this is before and after of a person's skin with pigmentation and after effects of using the formulations that you have done for this person. So, how much time does it take, and what kind of a case is this, and what is your view on this?
So this person was always on a field work.
Okay.
She's a lady,
Mm-hmm.
and she had to expose herself out a lot. What had happened was she had a very oily skin.
Uh-huh.
Over the time, she started losing a lot of oil.
Okay.
Could be a reason while you exercise a lot, you sweat a lot, you definitely end up losing your oils too at the same time.
Correct.
And then if you're not taking proper care of nourishment, you're not adding too much of things like oily things required for your diet, you do not use proper creams, there is no nourishment happening. It's only the continuous loss is happening, and your skin is
Correct.
getting drier, you're exposed to the sun. So we reverse the cycle. We do
Okay.
not ask a person not to exercise, but yes, we try nourishing them back again. We guide them what to eat, what to add in their diet as well as. So we slow down the process of what the aging. It's a sign of an aging only,
Correct.
which has begun prior to time. So this lady was exposed in the sun for a very longer time. So I had asked her not to get into the direct sun without using a sunblock.
Okay.
So definitely to avoid a pigmentation, a regular cream, a wash which is related to lightening of the face, or the proper ingredients added to it, where you can lighten the spots, and then a proper cream has to be massaged few number of times, or a multiple image good humectancy cream if you apply, and then sun blocking it after our treatment's done. I think I would have like this maybe 100 of faces with me right now whom I have treated, and they have come out of the pigmentation. So yeah, so this kind of pigmentation is drying, and though the age is not so much, I wouldn't call it, it's an early aging happened because of exposure to the sun and continuously loss of water from the skin. So we re-nourish it through our creams and a proper multiple emulsion based cream. And then we, in our treatments, we can even send the things to be used by yourself, and we can de-shade away whatever the shadow kind of formation has happened on top of your skin layer.
This is
So
like an
this is the
amazing
case, and
transformation that we have seen here. And
I think this happened in a span of 2 to 3 months.
3 months. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Very nice. And
that
that
is
too,
the span. And
using an
if I have
organic solution, that is something most important.
most important, and believe me, no chemicals, and they just enjoy it. Initially when we do these treatments, we do it like regularly, but then we slow down once a month, then once in 2 months, and then we wean off, and you are just left with only the cream and wash and sunscreen to be used.
Correct.
And later, if you're shifting to any other part of the country, we just prescribe you what to be done and how to be done, and you are out of it completely. Only a regime is needed to be followed. You can come out of it completely.
So this is like an amazing testimonial. Thanks for sharing this. Any last questions? Any last thought process on pigmentation? What we need to do, and how do we reach you? And what is the regime that you suggest us to do? And of course, I have a lot of friends who are sending me questions. So I request you to keep sending me the questions so that I can get the clarity from Shalu. And the intention is to take it forward and get ourselves healthy skin and not go the too chemical way. So we are working on the non-chemical solutions for our skin, hair, and a lot of other skin ailments. So every week we will come up with different topics, and please keep pouring your questions to us. We'll be very happy to answer them. Thank you so much.
So one my last suggestion, Samyukta, for everyone is proper creaming your face with proper multiple based emulsion, with proper wash, not too alkaline, and then sunblocking your face is first mandatory thing which you all need to follow to avoid the pigmentation. You go in the sunlight, you need to reapply the sunblock again if it is required, if you are over a longer duration in the sun. Prior to it, a cream has to be applied below it. They both are shielding factors around you. So a regime followed, and then extracting of the spots, we can easily do it. You can get in touch with Adiri and Kaya. We are there on the Facebook. We are there on Insta. You can have our numbers available on YouTube. You can write the comments, anything. You can reach us very easily. We can help you out how to come out of it. And everything could be couriered to you, sent to you. It can be all done.
Right. Thank you so much, Shalu, for talking to us about pigmentation, something that most of the people experience it in one of the phases of their life. So right now we have a solution, so we don't have to go buy any cream or just be worried about how it will go. So we have a clear-cut method on how we can work on pigmentation organically. So thank you,
Right.
Shanu, for your time, and thank you so much, dear friends who are watching this. You have any questions, please get back to us. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.